Hey fragrance friends, it's Kia. I'm here with another video, and today I will be talking about 3 scents that are more for the summertime, but I love them way better in the wintertime. Last winter, my nose got so overwhelmed with all of the deep, spicy scents, gourmand scents. Everything smelled like Girl of Now that I was so ready for a spring fragrance by the time January hit. We're in January, and I think I've been pacing myself to not get burnt out with those gourmand scents. So these fragrances have definitely helped. They're still gourmand, they still have a warmth to them, but they're also bright enough to not overwhelm my nose with the deep scents. The first fragrance that I have is Solay Lalique. I did a dedicated review to this. This fragrance, launched in 2019, was the talk of the town and a must-have fragrance. It is a floral fruity gourmand. It opens up with some orange, bitter almond, and cardamom, giving it that citrusy, juicy opening. I think the bitter almond and the cardamom actually keep it from being too bright, but a nice ripe citrus. There's some pear in the middle with candied almond, jasmine, caramel, milk, coffee, and then you get even deeper into this gourmand with praline, sandalwood, musk. This was touted as the magic of the morning sunshine. And there were images of people frolicking in the sun outside as if it were summertime. But for me, this blend of notes just felt too heavy. I didn't know what to make of it in the summertime when I had it. I actually had it, I want to say the spring into the summer, and I just couldn't make sense of it. I don't know if it was because my nose just wasn't used to that, but it was not something that I gravitated towards, and I actually didn't care for it as much. Fast forward to the wintertime. It's warmer. I'm into gourmand everything, pies, things that smell like cookies. And I just so happened to spray this on just to, because I'll revisit things here and there just to see what's going on with the fragrance, what's going on with my nose. So I sprayed this and fell in love. It's so warm and good in the wintertime. It gave me some variation to the other gourmands that are just, you know, way deeper, way spicier. This has that brightness from the citrus, and then it goes into those other gourmand notes of the milk. So giving it creaminess, giving it, actually, I think this fragrance has a bit of booziness to it. I don't know if it's the cardamom and the coffee and the musk, but those notes together, it gives me this booziness. And it also makes sense because good girlfriend Nene from Vividly Nene would describe this fragrance as a rum punch. And so in my mind, in the summertime, it was just like, I get the rum punch kind of deal, but it just didn't click all the way. But now it makes total sense. This gives me a boozy feel. It's just a fragrance that I am so glad that I have now. I was a bit disappointed that I didn't love it at first sniff when I first got it, but it's a win all the way around. I got it for a decent price. It's the big bottle. I'm set and I'm happy. The next fragrance that I have is the Brazilian Crush Sol de Janeiro spray. So the Brazilian Crush Sol de Janeiro spray is what people like to call summer in Brazil, and I guess I didn't spend it just came back to me. I was like, hey, I have been to Brazil in the summertime. That makes me happy because it was a fond memory. However, maybe I wasn't there long enough to really tell you what it smelled like in the summertime versus any other time. But for me, this fragrance just felt too gourmand and too heavy in the summertime when I was just not into that. It didn't feel like something in the sunshine that I wanted to wear. It just wasn't for me at that time. I have revisited this because I realized after I got Ombre Vanille from Laura Mercier, things like warm cream, warm cashmere, soft cream, warm cashmere. The Laura Mercier Ombre Vanille, amongst other fragrances, they're all very, very similar with some different nuances. So this particular one is pistachio and almond at the top, so you get this nuttiness. And then in the middle, it goes into heliotrope and jasmine, which I think keeps that pistachio and almond kind of bright. But the base is definitely caramel, vanilla, salt, and sandalwood. And there you have those warm gourmand notes. It's nutty, it's sweet, but the heliotrope and jasmine keep it kind of bright, so that it's not too deep and dark and gooey and sticky. Come the wintertime, when I'm into gourmands and into things that smell like baked goods and cookies, this worked so well for me. I did mention that this smells a lot like Ombre Vanille by Laura Mercier, but the Laura Mercier doesn't have pistachio. And that is true, but it depends on what you're looking for in the fragrance. Me, almond, pistachio, like it's not a huge deal to me, but it may be for the next person. So I actually have a Demeter fragrance called Pistachio Ice Cream that whenever I need pistachio, that's how I get my pistachio. So I do smell the pistachio in this. I just like this a lot better in the wintertime because it goes along with the rest of the gourmand fragrances that I wear. Last but not least, I only have a decan of this, which is perfect for me, right up my alley. This is a decant from Fragrance Net of Sunshine by Amouage for women. This fragrance is, I should call this one of the items in Arlene's or Delicious Delights starter pack of starting your fragrance journey or beginner fragrance collection. Because I definitely got this off of her recommendation, as so many other people that I know who was on this journey or began theirs at the same time that I did. We heard about this from Arlene and how apricot pie it was, and it's just the perfect summer fragrance. I got it and had no idea what the heck I was smelling, why I was smelling it, and where was the sunshine and pies. So for an experienced nose or for somebody who's into these types of fragrances, it may smell like that to them. For me and my baby nose that was used to fruity florals, this is a tobacco scent. That is a far cry to me from pie and sunshine. So this is a white tobacco scent. While white tobacco is the base note, for me and a person who is tobacco curious, into tobacco but not, this is a tobacco fragrance. And in this fragrance, there are notes of almond and blackcurrant, artemisia, but I don't know what that is or what that smells like, osmanthus, vanilla, jasmine, magnolia, papyrus, juniper, patchouli. So all of these notes are surrounding this white tobacco and supporting it. I sprayed it here. It does have once you understand or once you know that smell of the tobacco or white tobacco, you can kind of pick up on, oh, there is some fruity nuances. There is a little something extra there. So this is not something that I would spray in the summertime for myself. This is definitely one for the fall when I'm feeling adventurous with my scents and I'm definitely in the mood for it. But this is an absolute no-go for me in the summer and way better in the cooler months. That's all for today in this video. Do you have any fragrances that you love more in the wintertime than you actually do in the summertime?